Hey guys, what's up? So this video is gonna be different from the last one. The last one being about what happened to Samurai 8, which you can find out from the iCard in the top right corner there or in the description, or don't, your choice. But nonetheless, I want to say thank you to all who watched it. 1K views is crazy to me. So again, thank you. So for this vid, I want to cover one of my favorite animes of all time, and that anime being but before we talk about Yu Yu Hakusho, let's talk about its creator and how the show came to be. Yoshihiro Togashi was deeply influenced by his childhood love of horror, science fiction, and the supernatural. Growing up, Togashi was an avid reader of manga and was particularly drawn to horror works, which shaped his interest in creating stories that blended supernatural elements with everyday life. These influences are evident in Yu Yu Hakusho, particularly in the portrayal of the spirit world and the eerie otherly world characters that populate it. Prior to creating Yu Yu Hakusho, Togashi had already made a name for himself with his earlier work, Tende Showaru Cupid, a romantic comedy manga that ran in the weekly Shonen Jump. However, it was Yu Yu Hakusho that allowed him to explore darker and more mature themes, setting the stage for his future works, such as Hunter x Hunter. Now with that out of the way, we shall now go into the idea for Yu Yu Hakusho came to Togashi when he was asked by his editor to create a new series with a fresh concept, drawing upon his fascination with the occult and supernatural. Togashi envisioned a story about a teenage delinquent who dies and becomes a spirit detective. This premise allowed Togashi to weave together elements of action, comedy, and horror, creating a unique narrative that stood out from other shonen series at the time. With this, he also created some very unique characters. Each character in Yu Yu Hakusho was carefully crafted to embody distinct personality traits and powers. Yusuke Urameshi, the title character and the protagonist, was designed as a typical teenage delinquent, but his journey of redemption and growth made him relatable and endearing. Characters like Hiei and Kurama were inspired by traditional Japanese folklore, with Hiei resembling a fire demon through his demon form, and Kurama drawing from the inspiration from the Kitsune or fox spirit, which you would see more of this version of Kurama versus the one that you saw in the first season of the show. You see it more later in the show. These characters brought depth and diverse to the series, each with their own backstories and motivation that were gradually revealed. Yeah, and yes, I know I left out Kuwabara. Kuwabara is like the lovable goofball. He's the comedy relief of the group. Like the guy, he's pretty much played as the straight man, if you would. So yeah, like ourselves some Kuwabara here, but more for me, my favorite character was actually Hiei. And now we'll be highlighting the demanding weekly schedule of Weekly Shonen Jump took a toll on Togashi's health, a common issue for many manga artists. As the series progressed, the strain became evident in the artwork, with some later chapters showing a noticeable drop in detail and consistency. Despite these challenges, Togashi continued to push the boundaries of the story, particularly during the chapter Black Arc, which delved into darker and more philosophical themes. And as you know, as well as having a manga, it also had an anime adaptation. The anime adaptation, which was produced by Studio Pierrot, faced its own set of challenges. Initially, the series struggled with budget constraints, leading to uneven animation quality in the early episodes. However, as the series gained popularity, the production team received more resources, allowing them to deliver higher quality animation, especially during the pivotal fight scenes in the Dark Tournament arc, which that's one of my favorite arcs. The voice acting, particularly by Nozomu Sasaki, which was Yusuke's voice actor, and Megumi Ogata, who is Kurama, also played a crucial role in bringing the characters to life, and you can see it for yourself. But for me, This is just going to be a little slight tangent here. The dubbed version was better for me than the subbed version, and don't at me on that. Now we shall explore the... One of the central themes of Yu Yu Hakusho is the exploration of life, death, and the afterlife. The series begins with Yusuke's death, which sets the stage for his journey as a spirit detective. Through his encounters with various spirits, demons, and humans, the series delves into questions of morality, the nature of the soul, and what it truly means to live. Which this is then followed by the Dark Tournament arc, which is often hailed as one of the greatest arcs in shonen history, as well as one of the greatest tournament arcs overall. It showcased not only intense battles but also deep character development, particularly for Hiei and Kurama, who both themselves were struggling at this point to try to figure out themselves as characters, because he at this point was trying to prove himself as the strongest demon pretty much, or just the strongest fighter in the whole story, while Kurama was also trying to unlock his old potential. The arc emphasizes themes of friendship, loyalty, and the struggle for survival, all while maintaining a balance between action and emotional depth. There was also a part in it too where it shows that for one to achieve their greatest form, they have to the power of friendship is such a thing in like anime. We all know, we all hate it, but sometimes it works well, and in the Dark Tournament arc it helped out in the last part where Yusuke needed that extra push to literally achieve his best form of himself. And this was then quickly followed up by the chapter Black arc, which is where the story of Yu Yu Hakusho became more mature and more philosophical in its exploration of the human nature, pretty much. So we start off with the former spirit detective Sensui, who is now the antagonist for this arc. He then presents a moral complex character who challenges Yusuke and his friends to confront the darker side of humanity. The arc focuses on physiological horror, ethical dilemmas, and the existential questions set it apart from the typical shonen narrative, making it a very definitive moment in the series. It was then quickly followed up by like another arc where not a lot happened, but it explored and just like tied up a lot of few loose ends that were developed like from the beginning of the series till now. But now, where we go from here, we will now focus on the... Yu Yu Hakusho played a pivotal role in shaping the modern shonen genre. Its focus on intense battles, well-defined power systems, and the use of tournaments as a narrative device became templates for many subsequent series to follow. The concept of spiritual energy and the development of unique fighting styles for each character also influenced the creation of similar systems in series like Naruto, which had chakra, and Bleach, which had spiritual pressure. Yu Yu Hakusho also had a big successful airing in the West, where particularly when it was broadcast on Cartoon Network's Toonami block in the early 2000s. And this also was for many Western fans their introduction to anime. Its success helped pave the way for other anime series to be licensed and dubbed for English-speaking audience. Yu Yu Hakusho's popularity also led to a wide range of merchandise, including video games, trading cards, and action figures. Several video games were launched on platforms like the Super Nintendo, the PlayStation, the Game Boy, allowing fans to engage with the series in very interactive ways. Despite the series ending in 1994, its impact remains, with occasional special releases and anniversary celebrations keeping the fandom alive. And as a side note, if you guys want me to like delve into like the video games or anything, I was feeling to do that myself, to be honest. I had the thought to just do something in regards to like the video games, like if this video gets enough. But if you guys are interested in that, just let me know and I'll get to it. So from this now, we'll be going into... Togashi is known for his ability to subvert traditional shonen tropes, and this is evident in Yu Yu Hakusho. Unlike many shonen series that end with an epic final battle, Yu Yu Hakusho concludes on a more introspective note, focusing on the characters' personal growth and their futures beyond the battles. This ending was unconventional for its time and showcased Togashi's willingness to take risks with his storytelling. While Yu Yu Hakusho features plenty of action, its story is ultimately driven by its characters. Togashi spends significant time developing the backstories and motivations of each character, making their decisions and the growth feel organic and impactful. The character-centric approach helped the series resonate with fans on a deeper emotional level. Like you could see it with, for example, Yusuke. Starting the series, Yusuke was a very, delinquent. He looked like he had no future going anywhere, but by the time we get to the end of the story, we've seen the growth that he's gone through in all the stuff that he's been forced to go through throughout the series. You can also see the same thing for Hiei. When he first started out, he was like that man you could cut anything by just walking past this man. That man was so edged that that man could cut you by just again walking past him. But by the end of the series, he got more of a heart to him. For example, when we were in the latter part of the series where we got the story where Yusuke and Kuwabara went to the mansion to go rescue Yukina, you could see that right there and then. We thought he was just like this one-dimensional kind of guy, but we saw that what that was leading up to was more for Hiei, that he had a heart pretty much. So yeah, they were just like some characters that just got more defined through the entire series to know. So now we'll be focusing on many contemporary manga artists and anime creators cited Yu Yu Hakusho as a major influence on their works, such as Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, Geiji Akutami, creator of Jujutsu Kaisen, and Pink Hamamori, who illustrated Mermaid Melody Peachy Peachy Pitch. Yu Yu Hakusho's blend of supernatural elements, psychological depth, and complex character dynamics has inspired series such as Inuyasha, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and Bleach, and many others across various genres. The series' approach to balancing action with deeper themes continue to be a model for many shonen series today. The legacy of Yu Yu Hakusho continues to be celebrated, particularly during its anniversaries, with special projects such as OVAs, which stands for Original Video Animations, and manga chapters, and have been released to commemorate the series. These revivals not only honor the original work but also introduce it to a new generation of fans. We will then now go into... After the conclusion of Yu Yu Hakusho, Togashi went on to create Hunter x Hunter, and yes, I know guys, some persons like to pronounce the X, but I don't really pronounce the X. I just call it Hunter x Hunter, but if you call it Hunter x Hunter, like you would do in most shows, like I've known a lot of people do it, I don't do it. I just call it Hunter x Hunter. So if you do that, that's fine with me. Don't come at me, don't at me, bro. Anything. But Hunter x Hunter was another series that explored themes of power, morality, and the supernatural. While Hunter x Hunter is often praised for its intricate plot and complex characters, Yu Yu Hakusho remains a unique work in Togashi's oeuvre, particularly for its exploration of the afterlife and its more straightforward yet emotional resonant storytelling. Togashi's legacy as a mangaka will forever be solidified because of his reputation as one of the most influential manga artists of this generation. Despite the physical and mental toll that the series took on him, his dedication to pushing the boundaries of the shonen genre has left an indelible mark on the industry. Togashi's ability to blend action with deeper themes continues to influence both his own work and the works of those who followed in his footsteps. So, in summary, Yu Yu Hakusho is much more than just a popular shonen series. It is an groundbreaking work that combined action, supernatural elements, and the psychological depth in a way that resonated with audience worldwide. Through its well-crafted characters, innovative storytelling, and exploration of complex themes, Yu Yu Hakusho has earned its place as a classic in the anime and manga canon. Its influence can be seen not only in subsequent works with the shonen genre, but also in the broader landscape of anime and manga. And with that, guys, we're at the end of the video. I do thank each and every one of you who made it to this point. I appreciate each and every one of you liking, sharing, subscribing this video. It was a lot of work to go into this, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I said, you know what, let me just knock it out the park from now. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you want to share, you can. If you don't, that's okay as well. But I've been your boy Kaze. You've been my lovely audience. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.